Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I wanted to play around and switch up my go-to makeup look. Although I think this look is very flattering and it makes me feel confident, it's starting to feel a bit boring to me, so I know it's time to get in there and change things up. So before we get into it, I'd love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of similarities, like there's some steps I'm not willing to change up, but overall I think it's going to be refreshed. So getting into it, I'm going to be using my Makeup by Mario Surrealskin foundation in the shade 5N. I've been loving this foundation. I think it's the only one that's been featured on my channel this year so far. And I'm applying that with my BK Beauty 101 brush. This foundation has so far been very hassle-free. It's very quick to apply, and it also looks so seamless on my skin. It never looks mask-like, even if I apply a lot. It tends to look really natural. And it has this glowy sheen. I've been in love with it so far. Another product I can't get enough of is the Rare Beauty Under Eye Brightener. I'm going to be using the shade Light Medium. Sometimes I use this as a concealer, sometimes I want to amp it up a bit, so we'll see how this goes today. I'm feeling a bit tired, which I don't know why, because I slept in like crazy. I'm someone who wakes up at the same time every day, but today I woke up at 11. I don't know what happened. I guess my body needed rest, which like good, but I was so shocked. I didn't know what was happening. That actually applied really nicely with a dry sponge. Okay, nice. But I do want to increase the coverage right in the inner part right here. And to do so, I'm going to be using my Revolution Eye Bright Concealer in the shade Light. These products from Revolution have been kind of revolutionary to my makeup routine. I've been reaching for them a lot, whether it's the ones that I use to contour and bronze or the ones for my concealer or highlighter. They're really amazing across the board. Now for my setting powder, I'm going to be using my Huda Beauty powder in the shade Sugar Cookie. I usually use Cherry Blossom, but I feel like I'm running through it quite quickly and it's forever out of stock, which is annoying for you guys and annoying for me. And I don't want to run out of it. And I'm applying this the same way I would with the Cherry Blossom. I've realized I've been setting my face with a lot of finishing powders, and that's why my makeup doesn't last as long, because they're just finishing powders. They're not actual setting powders, so they're not going to really prolong the longevity of my makeup. So I've been really enjoying these Huda Beauty powders because they do a great job at blurring and setting my skin and making sure my makeup stays a long time. And sometimes if I want more blur at the end of my makeup, I'll go in with a finishing powder, kind of like the Kosas Cloud Set or powders along those lines. So now I take a nice fluffy brush and I kind of blend in that powder further, and then I start flicking it away. I want a bigger brush to do so, actually. This is a Moda Accentuate brush. I feel like that looks really nice. Not as brightening, but it's still really good. So now for bronzer, you won't be able to take this out of my hands. I'm addicted to this product. I don't know what he put in here. There's some kind of addictive quality that seeps into my pores every time I use this. Wow, it's dirty. I can't have that. And that product is the Makeup by Mario Softsculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. I'm going to give Light Medium a shot. And I douse my skin in a healthy amount of this. I feel like it just brings me back to life. Now for my highlighter, I'm going to be using the Revolution Bright Light Highlighter in the shade Strobe Champagne. And now that I've had this for a longer period of time, I do prefer this over the Charlotte Tilbury formula. I feel like it's quicker to blend and it becomes more seamless. It sinks right into my makeup and I can blend it in with a sponge without it getting kind of stuck in one spot. And it doesn't set up as quickly, so you have more blending time, so you can really perfect the application before it dries down. And now I'm revisiting my Huda Beauty setting powder, and I'm setting my face right now before blush because I'm using a powder blush and it's not going to make a huge difference if I just throw this on right now. And I'm setting this with this BK Beauty 104 brush. It's a nice big one, so it gets the powdering job done really quickly. I did not blend my nose very well. That was probably driving a few of you bonkers. I am so sorry. editing me is gonna go crazy about that. But thankfully I caught it right before I set my nose. And for my blush, I'm going to be using my beautiful M Cosmetics Heaven's Glow blush in the shade Venetian Rose. This one has a chokehold on me. I can't get enough of this one either. I want to do a different placement. Oh, actually, before doing that, I'm going to add a bit of my eye primer because I want to hit this area here, and I'm hoping it will go onto my lid as well. I'm just using my Fenty Beauty eye primer. I'm hoping this will be kind of a 2-in-1 step, and I usually let this eye primer set up for about a minute. Now I'm going to take this nice fluffy brush. This is a discontinued BH Cosmetics No. 2 brush, and I'm going to start placing my blush. Okay, I think I had my brush a little bit too loaded there, but that's okay. And then I'm going to do a nice big circle. Maybe this is going to make me look ill. We'll see. This was the point of today's video, to play around and spice up my everyday look. This feels so fun and freeing to do. Maybe I look like I just cried. I don't know if that's the right tone to do that. We'll see. We'll see. It might come alive later in the look. But now I'm just going to quickly do my brows, so please enjoy the brow intermission. And before I move on to eye makeup, I'm going to douse my skin in some of this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And I'm going to put on a heavy amount of this. I've recently realized how much this adds to my makeup. It makes it last so much longer than usual. And now moving on to eyes, I knew I wanted to incorporate some green, and I've been in love with this Cupid's Arrow pencil from Nabla. It's in the shade Khaki. Not only is this very complementary to my red hair because they're complementary colors, but I think it looks really good with my specific eye color. I knew this was the pencil to use. And I'm going to start my eyeliner on my lower lash line. I've been doing a lot of upper lash line eyeliners, but this time I wanted to incorporate my lower lash line just to make my eyes look bigger. I'm taking this angled brush. This one's from e.l.f. Okay, I kind of messed that up right there, but that's okay. It's okay. I can clean it up. And to clean it up, I take a brush like this, or a flat brush, with some concealer. And this is going to be a little bit tricky since I added that blush, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm just going to fix that angle. I think this is Nabla's strongest product. They have so many shades available, and they're so creamy, and they're multi-use. You can use them on your lips or wherever you want. I love them. Although I wouldn't use this specific color on my lips, there are a lot of other shades that they offer that I would. I highly recommend the one they have in black, because that one's incredible at creating smoky eyes. That's nice. I feel like it's just not deep enough right on the outer corner. So I'm going to whip out my Gemini palette, and I'm using the shade right here, which is Fire OG, just to help deepen that up. Actually, I'm going to take Leo. It's a closer match to that pencil. That other shade's a bit too yellow. And I'm just doing like a mini wing of this inside the wing. And from this Gemini palette, I'm going to take the shade Luna, which is over here, and I'm going to put this in my inner crease right here, which is kind of yellow toned, which I think it's going to be complementary to the green and that pink blush that I have on the outer crease. And I'm also going to put a hint of it on the lower right here. And then, because a lot of my looks have been matte, I wanted to add like a green reflect glitter. I have the Makeup Forever Starlit Diamond Powder in the shade 106, which is always a staple of mine. I think these are so pretty. And this one has a stunning kind of lime green reflect, and it's a super, super fine glitter. So it looks like that. Or I thought the Fractal eye paint from About Face in the shade Tin Pan Alley would be really interesting too. Because this one has more of like a cream base, but once you blend it out, it has like a yellow lime green reflect. And they still offer these. They actually just repackaged them, which I'm kind of down for. They now look like they're matte fluid eye paints. This is kind of cool, but it's unpractical and it's kind of annoying to work with, but these are much better. I think they're really cute too. But I think I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever one. I like the tone of it better. So I'm just going to take that with my finger. I'm going to apply that on my lid. I just wanted to have even more fun with my makeup this year. So I'm going to quickly do this eye. We'll put on some mascara and see if it comes to life. For my mascara, I used the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. It's giving my lashes a lot of volume and length and separation. I really like this mascara this far. So here are the eyes. What do you guys think? And for my lips, I'm going to start by lining them with the Makeup Forever Artist Pencil in the shade Wherever Walnut. And then I'm going to use my Glow Paradise from L'Oreal in the shade 130 Nude Heaven. This has been my favorite lip combo and I'm not ready to let it go yet. I wanted to add a little bit of this Kosas Cloud Set as my finishing powder, just in the center for some more blur. And I'm using the shade Feathery. And here is the makeup look. What do you guys think? I really like this makeup look on its own, but I don't know if it's quite my new signature yet. With the one that was my current signature look, it felt very on trend and what we've been seeing online a lot. So it didn't necessarily feel like me. I wanted to have some more uniqueness to it, which I think this one does in a few different ways, but it's not complete yet. I feel like we're going to have another episode of me trying to find my new signature look. Let me know if you're down for that. But this look alone I think is really fun. I feel kind of like a fairy. Just this pink blush against this green liner is really fun. I feel like a spring blossom or something. But yeah, I feel as though it's not completely cooked yet. It needs a little more spice, I think. And that's okay, because I still really enjoyed the journey to get here, and I hope you did as well. And if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to give it a like. I will also link everything I used in the description down below, so feel free to check that out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!